Oh, this isn't the list you want to be on, ever. And let me tell you what happened to me. Here's how my nightmare started. I was trying to check in online on a Delta flight from London Heathrow Airport to Daytona Beach, Florida via Atlanta. And I kept getting this message saying I wasn't able to check in online and I had to check in at the airport. Apparently that's the first sign that you're gonna have to go through this extra level of security checks and you're gonna have SSSS on your boarding pass. This is exactly what the message will say. We can't check you in because government regulations require that you check in at the airport. It means you're put on a special list for your flight, and once you're on that list, I don't think there's anything that you can do about it. I read articles the night before to try to figure out what was going to happen at the airport. They suggested that I arrive extra early for my flight, and I did that, but it really made no difference. I explain why in the blog article that I wrote with details about the steps of what I went through and possibly why I was put on this SSSS, but whatever the name of the list is, it felt like SOS. There's a blog article that gives a lot more details about it, and I have it in the comments below, as well as links to my Foodie Travel videos, which are far more interesting than I think this one is going to be. I'm considering this like a public service announcement to Americans because that's why I was targeted. So the US's Transportation Security Administration, TSA, designed the SSSS tag. It represents a highly classified roster, the selectee list. I learned the SSSS tag on your boarding pass identifies you as a member of that list. It stands for Secondary Security Screening Selection. It's for flights that use American airspace. This is what it means. You're limited on your airport activities. For example, like me, you're not going to be able to check in online. When you do get to the airport, you're going to have to go to a counter and have your identification verified. And this is how I think you're chosen. Obviously, if your name's been registered for the US's Center for Disease Control or the US government's no-fly list, then you are on it. However, aside from high-risk passengers, they also choose low-risk passengers. They match names against trusted traveler and watch lists. Some of the things that they look for are people who pay cash for flights or book one-way flights, and then there's the randomly selected people like me. This is what happened to me. All the fun kicked off at my gate when I got there. My passport and boarding pass were seized and I was taken to a side area. I don't remember any extra special pat downs, but I probably blocked them out. I had to unpack my luggage. I was given no space to do it, and all of my electronic devices were swabbed. This is a nightmare for a travel blogger. I think though, because it was obvious I was a travel blogger, they didn't make me turn on all my electronic devices. If you truly are random and you don't make too big of a scene when they're doing this, then you're gonna probably get on the plane just like everybody else, but maybe about 15 minutes later. Your big question is probably, once you're on the list, do you stay on the list? I didn't have any trouble when I came back from Florida to London. Since then, I've flown twice. Those flights were on British Airways. They were from London to France and London to Italy. Neither of them were through American airspace, and if you read that blog that I linked below, that's a big reason why you could be picked. One of the things I will suggest when you're going through security that you not do is have one of these in your carry-on. On both those international flights after the Florida one, I was taken out of the security line and lost about 20 minutes because I had two 9-volt batteries in my bag. I bring them because they're for my road mic when I'm filming. Big mistake. Since that problem with being on the SSS board, whatever that list is, and the 9-volt battery, I have purchased a camera bag. This is not a sponsored post. I love the camera bag because if I ever go through that electronic swabbing thing again, I won't have to unpack and repack everything. They can just go through all the compartments. Please use the comments to ask me any questions you might have about this experience, or if you went through something similar, any advice you might have. Pin, like, or share the video if you found it valuable. And as always, thank you for watching.